Am I the arsehole? For telling my fiancé that he needs to stop ridiculing my degree. Hi everybody. I and my fiancé will get married next year in the summer and I'm very much looking forward to this. We have our issues, but then again, which couple doesn't, right? However, lately, he has been ridiculing my studies and the degree I'm getting. I'm studying in the Netherlands and he lives in Denmark, so we will close the distance next year after the wedding. I'm currently in my last year of the bachelor's degree in biomedical sciences. I would argue, but of course I'm biased, that this is a very intensive study and requires a lot of time and effort. Sometimes when I complain about this, he says that my degree doesn't matter and that I would be better off quitting anyway. The reason why he says this is because we would like to have a marriage with more traditional gender roles once we are married. So he will earn the money and I will become a stay-at-home mother. I don't have a problem with this, but I would like to have a degree to fall back on during tough times. Whenever I try to make this argument, he shuts it down immediately and claims that I would be better off just quitting my studies and becoming a housewife already, since once we are married I will never use my degree anyway. I would not mind working, for example, 2 times a week, but he is strongly opposed to this as he claims that it would interfere with my tasks and chores in our marriage. He is currently still in carpentry school, which consists of him having several months of work followed by weeks of school, both of which he gets paid for. Not only does he dismiss the difficulty of my degree, but he also claims that the work he is doing is much harder. I can't disagree with him, because physically speaking it is definitely much more intensive, but I would like for him to acknowledge that my degree is also time-consuming and difficult. Recently he made a joke about what a waste of time it was, me getting my degree when I should be in DK and making him dinner instead, since that would be more fulfilling for both him and me. I know I should not let these harmless jokes get under my skin, but I lashed out at him and told him he needed to stop ridiculing my academic achievements and dismissing all of it so easily, since it might come in handy at some point in the future. He then quite seriously told me again that I shouldn't take everything so personally and that he was speaking the truth, since I will not use my degree once we are married, so it is a waste of time and money. Then somehow he spun it around and told me that I was not appreciative enough of him wanting to provide for me and our future family, and that if I wanted to be a girl boss I would be free to do so on my own. So now I'm wondering if I did make a mistake by telling him to stop ridiculing my degree and if I somehow hurt him by appearing ungrateful. So, am I the arsehole? Jesus Christ, please don't marry this man. Not the arsehole, my, this is really sad. You are smart enough to be in a biomedical science program, but you are so willing to throw your life away at 20 on this terrible man. Please rethink this marriage. There are alarm bells ringing all over what you wrote. He sounds overly controlling and dismissive of your efforts, achievements, goals. Not the arsehole, please think more about this before throwing away your future career. Run. I made a similar mistake. My husband was so dismissive of my degree, but as we got further in our careers, I became the breadwinner, and he was so negative that the day I got my diploma he threw a tantrum about having to go to my graduation in front of our kid. Mind you, if he doesn't respect you now, he won't after you are married. You are getting a biomedical degree and he is studying for carpentry. Now, no disrespect to carpenters, my dad was a carpenter. And my grandpa was a carpenter. But it sounds to me like he's feeling insecure about your earning potential and how smart you are, and he just wants you to stay home, barefoot and pregnant, so he can feel superior. Tell him to quit watching so much online toxic male crap. And if he won't stop, don't marry him because it will just get worse. Not the arsehole. Girl. Not the arsehole. But hear me out. I'm sure there are many decent guys who share your religious views, would love to marry you, and would be honored and proud of having a woman who is accomplished to get a degree in MFing biomedical sciences as a wife. Never settle for less than what you're worth. This man is disrespecting you and your beliefs by treating you this way. Dump him before it's too late. Not the arsehole. But why to yourself if you continue this relationship? I was expecting playful ribbing about studying literature, not misogyny under the guise of tradition. No, you are making a mistake for planning to marry somebody that doesn't respect you. Who won't let you use your worthless degree, even for a part-time job. Who will mentally weigh you down to nothing. You're the asshole to yourself. He has told you what life being married to him will be like. Believe him. Not the asshole, but are you sure you actually want to marry someone who thinks a woman's place and purpose in life is to be in the kitchen cooking for her husband? It's fine if you want to be a stay-at-home mother, but his views on the whole thing, troubling. Not the asshole, but why are you marrying this man? He sounds horrible. Guys, check her post history. If this is real, she's not listening to you. In the last 2 months she claims he's purposefully ignored her safe word, has physically overpowered her even when she says stop, told her to cut off a longtime friend of hers, and now this. Every single comment on each post warns her, so don't waste your energy. She's most likely a bad troll. Girl. X200B. Run. Tell him biomedical science degrees secure $100,000 a year to start, so he'll need to add that on top of his pay for a traditional wife. Otherwise STFU and make some cabinets. Don't marry that narrow-minded sexist pig. He's basically trying to turn you into his own personal maid by everything he said so far. Don't marry him, holy heck, yikes. Ew to the comment he made about you making him dinner instead. Do you want to be married to such a sexist pig? Not the asshole. Please finish your degree so you don't have to marry this man and can support yourself until you find someone who values you and your brain and doesn't see you as a servant. Not the asshole. Also, don't marry this guy. Demeaning and controlling are not a good combo. He probably doesn't want you to get a degree so that you'll have to be financially dependent on him. You're the asshole to yourself for allowing your fiancé to treat you this way. Why are you getting married? Not the asshole. This man is TA. He does not respect you in the slightest. Please don't marry him. Not the asshole. Are you sure you want to marry a guy like that? While it's not always the case, but non-academics usually don't value how much effort it takes to get a degree. I personally believe that someone with a degree should not date someone without one. And if you're a woman, then I'd even say it's better to be with someone who has achieved more than you in life. Both because men have it significantly easier and because there are studies that highlight the negative effects of marrying someone with lesser achievements. Not the asshole. He's being manipulative and doesn't respect you. He doesn't want you to be in a position to be able to leave him in the future. Do it now while you can. Not the asshole. Ridiculing you and preventing you from making an income are two very big red flags. You're a kid at 20. This a mess. Not the asshole. You are not having issues every couple have, you are having major issues with a controlling man, and you should wake up now before you regret screwing your life. Traditional gender roles is just accepting misogyny. In 2 years you'll be posting here AITA for wanting bodily autonomy and not to be treated like a bang maid all the time? Girl. GTFO. Not the asshole. And DMTG, don't marry this guy. Not the asshole. However, based on your post and the things he's saying, I'd take some time to think long and hard on whether or not you have a husband that is going to speak to you like this. That you two have mutually decided that you'll be a sir who doesn't make it okay for him to shit on the hard work you're putting in for yourself. If he's going to dump on that now, I can't even imagine how he's going to be once he has a ring on your finger and thinks he's large and in charge of everything.